Welcome to my bike shed. It's time to do an oil change. Here on my right board I have loads of jobs to do for my motorbike. I have to put a new tank bag on. What else do we have? Stan, my Harley Davidson, needs an oil change. Herman needs an oil change. I have to install my new onboard camera system from Inoff. And I have to do the bar riser on it. So today is a bit of a, a bit of a lousy day out there. So I thought, let's get one job done and do the oil change on Herman, my BMW. As usual for the oil change, I only want to use the tools I have on the bike. So let's just have a look what I carry with me. So these are my tools I carry with me on the bike. Obviously that's just oil filter and oil filter remover. That's a little torque set I have always with me. That's really handy because you have like a basic set of screwdrivers, hex heads, imbus key, Torx key, and yeah, that fixes pretty much everything I need on the BMW, apart from that big fella here. That's for the front axle, so I have to carry that separate. In here, that's my standard toolkit I have under the seat. So, you've seen all the tools, let's get on with the job. I think that's the first one we need. These out. Oh, yeah. That's loose. And that's loose. Right. Yep, that'll do. That's loose. Yeah. Right, let's take that baby out. And the plate is right, so the only thing I have to do now is open that big bolt on the bottom to get the oil out. In order to do that, I need my Allen key out of my toolkit here. Now that's a bit of a big one, and what I normally do is I use that here as an extension just to get a bit more grip on it. And then I also need my oil receptacle. So oil comes out here, yeah. Now there will be, that was not even that hard. There is a washer in there, but you know, you get a new one with your oil filter, so don't worry about that. And it will get a bit messy. Best thing is just push it up, don't let it fall down. And when you feel it's loose like that, open it up, and could you hear it? The washer definitely fell out. So what we want to do is as well open this so the oil runs out a bit easier out of the engine. Here we go, and it's doing just fine. So we are doing well. The oil is nearly all out, but what I do is I let it stand for 10 minutes, but before that I will fire up the engine just to turn it around very briefly so there's no damage done, just to get all the really old oil out of it. Do you see this? How much oil comes out, not just in turning the engine over for a brief second. So, which one goes around here? I think it is that way. Or is it? Yeah. Okay. Right, let's take the oil filter out. What is here? That thing here. So, if you have a filter tool, your life is so much easier. So that's it. Let that come out. More oil to come. all done, and then we have to clean it up straight away. So let's get the other oil filter ready. That is important here. That's the washer who goes under the bolt on the sink, so don't throw that away. So I will give it another turn around, fire up the engine very briefly, just for a brief second, so that will not do any damage. I just want to see if any more oil comes out. Nope, I think that is it. Perfect. It just loosened another little bit of oil when you just turn the engine over. Have a look at this, how much oil is running out of the engine now after I turned it around. Can you see it? It comes out of the oil filter and out of the sink plug. It's still dripping after 5 minutes, so, well, I think I get myself another coffee. Still waiting. It's still dripping with oil down there, but it's pretty much all out. Now it's just a little bit left over, so my next step is to clean it all up and put the oil filter and the plug back in. Let's clean all that cavity out where the oil filter goes first. So it's nice to get that all. Let's have a look down there. I think that's all nice and clean. Whoa! Don't drip oil on it. New oil filter. I mean, everyone knows the drill to put a little bit of old engine oil in here just to lubricate the rubber. Let's do this. It doesn't need to be much. Okay, and then put that baby back in where it belongs. Make sure you thread it on straight, don't mess this bit up, and all you have to do is get it hand tight. So, but obviously it's very slippery, so you use this and give it a bit of a nudge, and then we are okay. Righty-ho, so as I've shown you before, that washer comes with a filter. Put that back on. Screw it in loosely. Clean everything up before you whack it all on. So, I could do with a bit of more cleaning down there, but never mind. So, and then use the Allen key and tighten it up a bit, but again, don't go crazy. That is it. Job done. Right, let's finish the job off. So all we have to do now is get some engine oil in there. And here is my engine oil I'm using. Right, this is nothing special, the oil. It's just off-the-shelf wholesale oil I buy by my local supplier. I change my oil every 3,000 to 5,000 miles because it is cheap to do. A little bit of fun, a fun job, so you know you always have good engine oil in your engine. So, you know, I don't spend huge amount of money on oil. I think that's like a semi-synthetic engine oil. It's great for hot and cold, 1040, what you need for the boxer engine. You know, it's not a racing bike, so I'm using this stuff for years, so I have never had a problem with it, and even when I get the engine serviced, it's immaculate in there, so I think that's just right. If you want to know more about engine oil, read up on the fact that all the engine oils have a product code, and when you look around, all these label product codes are pretty much the same in every category, and then you see the price differences from the oil, but what's inside is actually the same stuff. So check it out yourself. I'll leave that to you. I'm not justifying my way of thinking on this one. It's up to you what oil you use, but as I said, I'm not overcooking it. It's not a race bike, and that stuff does me just well. And I think that is a 20-litre canister of oil, and I think I paid about £25 plus VAT, so let's call it 30 quid. It's not a bad deal, you know. So put another £5 for oil filter on it, and you do an oil change for about £15. So, you know, it's worthwhile changing the oil more often. That was about 3.5 litre. Let's check the bubble. And oh yeah, we can see some now, nice and clean. Let's just let that go down, and then we top up. Right, let's have a look where we are with that. I think the oil has settled now. Let's just top it up, fire up the engine, and top it up again. Let's just see first the bubble. I think there's definitely a bit more room now. Let's not go crazy. Are we looking on there? It's coming up slowly. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can see it sucks it down, look. Okay, let's just wait a second until it levels out again, and then we refill it once more, and then we're good. Right, so as you can see, the glass is pretty much empty. I think there's just a little bit on the bottom. I'll top it up until 3/4 up, and I think that should do the trick. So it's another ½ litre. Let's not go crazy here. See how we're doing. Oh, there's plenty more to go. Plenty more to go. I should be able to put that all in, and I think that should do the trick. Otherwise we just have to let some out. Look at the bubble. That's pretty much coming all the way up now. I think we're good. Making an oil change on your motorbike is easy as anything. You know, you soon get used to it, and if you're not as messy as I am, then it only can be a bonus. So try it yourself. Oil change, a lot of money saved, easy peasy. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon below. That was it for today from my bike shed. Ride safe.